Welcome to r/EntitledParents, where stupid people try to get their way. If you're new here and enjoy the story, please consider leaving the video a like and subscribing if you want to see more. Entitled parent laughs when entitled kid poisons my dog and makes us pay over £5,000 in emergency vet bills. So yesterday we had a family gathering for Easter at my nan's house. My pregnant aunt was there with her 2 kids aged 3 and 5. I was there with my family and my 2 dogs. My nan made large chocolate cake and placed small Easter eggs wrapped in foil around the edge. My cousins collected them all and were throwing them around, crawling under the table with them while my aunt sat across from them chatting. My nan told her that chocolate can be poisonous to dogs, so she said to them, "Don't feed the dogs chocolate, it can make them sick." But she had no serious in her voice, so they carried on. I spent the rest of the day keeping my dog away from the room, as she's so small that only a small amount could make her really sick, but she kept going back whenever she could. When her kids got bored of that, they spent the whole afternoon being really badly behaved and refusing to let people into the garden, shutting each other's fingers in the doors and throwing things at people. She just ignored it all, and no one would say anything to her because she always kicks off when anyone mentions how badly behaved her kids are and how she should control them. When we get home at 7 p.m., my dog doesn't eat her dinner, which isn't like her. We brush it off as my nan probably just fed her lots of treats. 2 hours later, she's throwing up chocolate-colored liquid everywhere, shaking, won't stop walking around. We decide at 10:30 p.m. to take her to the emergency vet. That costs £400 just to check her over due to it being a bank holiday. We get there and she's thrown up several times before we even got inside, and the vet is very concerned. Her heart rate is almost double what it should be and she's very dehydrated. After a few tests, they suggest that we keep her in on fluids for 7 hours and come back in the morning. It's midnight at this point. We get a call at 5 a.m. to say she's worse, and they think she's got a blockage in her digestive system, so she needs an x-ray. The x-ray shows something that looks a bit like foil blocking her stomach. She needs surgery to remove it, and that will cost £3,000 on top of the £2,000 already owed for her stay and meds. We call my aunt and tell her what's happened. She laughs and says,
"They're only little boys, they didn't know what they were doing, these things happen."
My mom says how she should be controlling them, and she kicks off about how she's pregnant and her little angels didn't mean to hurt anyone. They shouldn't be told off for having fun. It's safe to say that's the last time we're taking our dogs to a family gathering. There was an update on this post saying that the doggo is home and the vet said to see if she can pass the blockage on her own today. So they were taking her to her normal vets tomorrow for another x-ray and deciding what to do from there. They were going to look for legal advice on what they could do about suing, as you don't know the laws or how to prove that she was poisoned. Unfortunately, that was the only update on the post, so I don't know if they ever got this resolved through legal help. Entitled parents tried to defend their daughter, get her bullied out of school instead. In my school, we had a spring break event every year held by the seniors. It included different activities like obstacle courses, music to dance to, picking a king and queen, and the best activity, who everyone loved, or so we thought, nominations. Nominations were just a slideshow everyone sat down for to watch people get roasted, where a bunch of students would get nominated for being a slowpoke, me, a nerd, emo, popular, you name it. But none of them were actually rude because it was a religious school. But one girl's parents didn't like what their little angel got nominated for. No idea what it was, but I think it might have implied she was a female player, but in a subtle way. Like saying she was very social or had a lot of guy friends. I don't know, something that was kind of pushing their luck. So they had a meeting with the teachers and principal that approved the mean slideshow and threatened to sue, I think. And my school, not even having the budget to get heating when it was 0 degrees Celsius in winter, immediately banned nominations. This didn't sit well with most of the students, and she got relentlessly bullied because of this, making her have to change schools. I feel bad for her now because I know my school is terrible with handling bullying. They say they're against it and don't take it lightly, but I got bullied from start to finish of the 12 years I was there, and nothing happened until I got my big brother to threaten my bully. And judging by the fact that she got called what she did, she must have been very popular in her grade, so getting bullied by everyone she considered friends must have been a huge blow to her mental health. We were very young, probably around 12. I hope she's okay now. Bonus 1. When my grade organized the event, senior year, we rebranded it to an awards ceremony, where a handful would be chosen and then given a physical trophy that was crafted out of tape, paper, and markers. They were low budget, but cute and well made. So since it wasn't exactly the same event and time had passed, it was a loophole and no one cared anymore. Bonus 2. Slowly a lot of stuff got taken out of the event, making it boring. For example, no longer being outside of school property in the countryside, no more nominations, no more riding in livestock trucks to the event. It eventually was just an event to chill out before the year ended, not something immensely fun like it used to be. It's a really terrible world where 12-year-olds in grade school are being bullied with such terrible words. While it is unfortunate that their school no longer holds those events, I really hope that that First Lady is holding up alright. If you're enjoying the stories and want to be entered into a sweepstakes to win some money, consider subscribing. I'll be giving an Amazon gift card away to one of my lucky subscribers, so if you want to watch more videos or win that Amazon gift card, subscribe. Entitled Mom thinks I should lend her kid my laptop. The lovely cast for this story, there's me, yours truly,
Entitled Mother,
and the Entitled Child. Last Christmas, I'm on the plane home to visit family. It's a 3-hour flight, and after a while, I take my laptop out. I'm sitting in the window seat, and next to me, in the middle, is a fat, annoying little entitled child. I'm guessing somewhere around 10 or so, and next to him, his entitled mother. So, I start playing a video game, Evil Bank Manager if you're interested, and after a few minutes, I see the entitled child is looking at me and my laptop. Entitled child and entitled mother talk amongst themselves in a language I didn't recognize. In any case, a few minutes later, entitled mother pops the question,
"Excuse me, sir, your son thinks your game is very fun. Would you mind lending him your computer so he can play and pass the time?"
Well, I don't know. She wasn't rude, and I guess it's not an unreasonable thing to ask, but here's my logic. I owe you and your child nothing. He's your child, not mine. We don't even know each other, and we just happen to be sitting in the same row by the sheer vicissitudes of fate. Also, I charged my laptop and prepped for this because, hey, I wanted to have something to do to pass the time. So I tell her exactly that. I'm sorry, but no. I planned on playing some games to pass the time myself. She pulls a face and goes,
"Oh, come on, he's just a kid. You're old enough not to play games anyway.
I'm 30.
How can you say no to a kid?"
Really, woman? It's still a solid no, and now I'm getting pissed. Mind your own dang business. So I basically just tell her it's a strong no, and I'm sorry. She huffs and she says fine, and then goes back to speaking with entitled child in their language. The kid just sat there afterwards, huffing and puffing and staring daggers at me. I just don't get these people. I mean, it's okay to ask, and I'm getting there are some kind strangers out there who will do you a solid and all, but if I said no, then be respectful enough and don't push it further. The world doesn't revolve around you and your kid, and not only are you rude and disrespectful, in my opinion, you are a horrible parent, because you're basically telling your child they are entitled to whatever they want, even if it belongs to someone else. That they come first. So this kid is quite likely gonna grow up into an entitled parent. I give it 15 years and then we'll have a story from the perspective of this entitled kid being the entitled parent. Entitled parent breaks my PlayStation 4. For context, I'm an 18-year-old male that had a PlayStation 4. It was 2017 and we were letting people come over for my birthday party. My mom invited 26 friends over and I invited 8 friends. Here's the cast.
Entitled Mom,
Entitled kid, and then me and 3 friends. Me and my friends were taking turns playing the game My Hero One's Justice 2. We were having a good time and I kept beating my friends as Fat Gum. Here comes entitled kid. "Hey, cool game, can I play?" "No, sorry kid, I just want to hang out with my friends right now, maybe later."
"But I want to play too."
"I know, but I'm hanging out with my friends." Entitled kid storms off going to find his mom. Here comes entitled mother.
"Why can't my son play your game?"
One friend. "He's hanging out with us right now." Friend 2 and 3 nod their heads. I said maybe later.
"No, if my son can't play your game, then I will take the console."
Me and friend. What? Entitled mother proceeds to rip the PlayStation 4 out of the TV and it breaks the wires. Friend 2 and 3. You just broke the PlayStation.
Oh, that's not breaking the console, this is.
Entitled mother throws the console on the ground. Me. What have you done?
Ooh, well you wanted to know what breaking the console was like.
I cry and go get my mom. My mom kicks the entitled mom and kid out and makes the entitled mother give up all the money for all my games and the PlayStation 4. I have a new PlayStation 4 now, it runs like the other, and that is my Entitled Parents story. Alright, we've made it to the end. I'm all tired out, have to get around to my day now. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments which of the 4 stories was your favorite. I'll see you all next time, thank you for watching. By the sheer vicissitudes of fate.